Welcome to Polished-ish. Polished-ish is where real stories meet real lessons. Hosts Ruma, Julianne, and Jerry share unfiltered conversations about failure, growth, and the messy beauty of life, proving that imperfection is where the magic happens. So pull up a chair, because life isn't polished, it's polished-ish. Welcome to Polished-ish, because life isn't polished, and either are we. Hello, everyone. We're back.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Doing great.
You know, another day on the right side of the dirt,
Always a good thing.
okay, but I need some help from you guys. I need some wise elder.
Hey.
I didn't say old.
Therapy session.
Wiser I can take, but not elder. Sorry.
Okay, I need some wisdom. So I feel totally overwhelmed. And I know part of it is maybe like I'm not structuring my stuff out far enough. You know what I mean? Taking on too many things. But it's just really like the little asks, the woman who wants me to help her learn how to use her Apple computer. It's like, no, I don't have time. I would love to help you if I could clone myself but go to the Apple store. They offer classes. You don't need me. But it's not even the big asks, because those, like, you can tend to space that out. There's larger discussions, blah, blah, blah. But it's like all the little emails that have little doomy prompts that suck up your life and your time. And I need to reclaim my time so that I can be more productive and not feel spread so thin.
So is it about no? Is it about getting to know that nasty word of N-O, like saying no to people? You think that's part of it?
I think that's the root of the problem, but I'm trying to make it be like, oh, not now or not yet, and it needs to just be like, what are the words to say, I wish I could. I really wish I could, but I simply can't. I need that like right at the tip of my tongue. But then there's still that awkward silence when you say no, like, damn, bitch, excuse my language. And I hate that.
No, it is, because we have what did you just say? Nasty word? I think that's what people think of it as something bad. People think that if somebody says no to you, or if you say no to someone, you become a person who is not good or not nice, right? And that's the initial reaction. But really, I think sometimes you do people a favor by telling them no. Like if you are actually asking this person to go to the Apple store, they may learn more from them than you. So you're actually directing them to the right place rather than just coming in and doing a little bit just to solve that initial problem, right? And so I think no can be a good thing, but it can be said in a very respectful way. It can be said in a way that really doesn't hurt the other person's feelings.
Okay, what is that way? Let's get to that way. Let's cut to the chase. What is that way, Rooms?
Well,
Jerry?
yeah. Well, yeah. But before we get there, let's think about the origins of no, because it's kind of rooted in how we were raised as children, right? I mean, I think I've heard the first word that children actually learn is no, because parents are always like, no, don't touch that. No, don't grab that. No, you can't do that.
They
right?
get a reaction out of you if they say it.
Right. So no, it goes back to like our early days of growing up. So I think also there's a lot of trust, and trust is a strong word that is built within a family and with friendships, that you can say no easier to them versus complete strangers, right? So if I said no to you two, you're not just going to huff a puff and never talk to me again for 20 years, right? You would understand that, hey, we have trust. I'm saying no probably for a reason, and it's coming from a good place. And I probably should explain why I'm saying no. But I think we tend to not say no to people that we don't know as well, because maybe the trust isn't there. Maybe it hasn't been laid as a foundation of trust that I'm saying no for a good reason.
Absolutely. And I think, in that same situation, Jerry, I think there's an expectation that you will say yes to everything that comes from your family and friends, because you're obligated to do that. Sometimes it's easier to say no to a person you don't know very well, right? So you're like, oh my God. I'll come to your question, Juliana, on how to say this, but I have instances where, I have very close friends who you're double booked, triple booked on the weekend, and then you're basically running from like driving an hour just to go 15 minutes here. Whereas it's easier to say, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry. I've already committed to this. I apologize. I can't make it to your event. And they're like, if they do get upset, then you can say, hey, I'm so sorry that you're upset, but you have to understand I had a pre commitment, but I really still value our friendship. There's a maturity there. But guess what happens next time they have the permission to do the same, and I won't feel bad, right? So somewhere
Yeah.
you have to lay that permission structure for each other to say, hey, you know what? I'm so sorry I can't help you with this Apple computer. I really think you would be better if you went to the Apple store. And next time we are together, maybe we can sit down and have a glass of wine and work through what you have done, right? You haven't said no to them. You've basically given them a different direction, right? And so they might appreciate that more than saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so busy, I can't do anything, versus, hey, you know what? Go to the Apple store. I bet they can help you. And then if you still have questions, let's just meet up over a glass of wine or something like that, right? So there's a
Yeah.
positive to that. And not everything can be positive, but it could be structured in a constructive way.
Well said.
I need to get into radical prioritization because I'm not getting as many things done that are my priorities as I would like. And so I'm wondering, can I frame these things? Like there's a young girl I know, and it's like people need help with stuff that I think is easy. She needs help finding a job, blah, blah, blah. But it's just the hours that I know it will take. And my heart as a helper wants to help people, but I could spend my whole life doing that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's like an hour here, an hour there. And I do think it's time well spent, but I just feel like right now in this period, I need to have like radical boundaries, radical, and I don't know how to say that. Like what would that look like as like a blanket? Can you guys help me wordsmith that? You know what I'm saying? I just cannot take on any new things until I alleviate my calendar of some nagging projects that I need to finish.
It sounds like that's it right there. I mean, I think it just depends on the situation. An example, I started saying no to meetings at work that I was invited to. I was like, well, what's my purpose for being in that meeting? Like, am I a decision maker? Am I just there to listen? Can I get the notes afterwards? I started saying no, and it freed up my calendar so much more. So I think it just depends
Yeah,
on
but you're
possibly
fun
the
in the
situation.
meetings, Jerry. People want you there because you're good vibes. Come on. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but no, I think you said it well. Like, hey, I'm going to say no to this because I need to get my priorities straight right now, and I have a lot on my plate. And that's a simple, people understand that. I think when you don't say no, people sometimes can just keep asking because you haven't said no.
And think about the reputational aspect of it, right? If you say you're going to do it, but you don't do it, that's actually worse off
Yeah.
than basically coming up and being transparent to say, hey, you know what, right now, I am totally at capacity. I can't take on anything new, and here's some ways you could try to get it done. But if you think you can wait for 2 weeks, then I'm happy to come and engage back.
That's actually really good. If you think you can wait a month,
If you can think
Most
you can
people
wait a
can.
month,
okay, that's actually really useful. That's really, really useful. I mean, do you guys struggle with this too?
oh, all the time.
All the time. I'm a natural pleaser, so I say
Okay,
yes to
me too.
everything. I say yes to everything. In fact, I just remember, your story reminded me of a story. I just was double booked this past weekend. I had this golf tournament in a town that I had committed to months ago, and then some friends of mine were turning 60 and we're having a party in the city, East party, and I'm like, oh my god, that sounds so fun. But then I have these two conflicts, and I stuck with the golf because I had committed to that first, and I said no to the other people, and they completely understood. They respected my decision, right? So I really wish I went to that 80s party, though. It would have been a lot of fun.
No, I mean, sometimes you just have to do that. I was sharing with you earlier, I didn't drive for the longest time. I got my license and then I was just like, hey, you know what? We have only one car, so I don't need to drive. So I was looking for ride car share or, carpooling options. And I put that, this is 20 years back. I put it on this public website and said, hopefully I'll find a match. And I found a match who lived 5 minutes away from my house, who worked in the same building as I did. And she said, I could easily give you a ride, but I'm going to not do that because it's going to prevent you from driving. And I think you should drive. And she was like, and at that point, I can't tell you, emotionally, I was crushed. Like, oh my God, this person is so mean and they don't want to give me a ride, etc. But now, if I look back in hindsight, that was the best thing that she could have done, because I needed to learn to drive. I needed to get better as a driver. And the only way become a better driver is by driving. And so she pushed me, but that no came from such a great place of empowerment that I didn't understand it at that time. And it really told me that there's a permission structure to say, hey, you know what? I can do this, but I'm not going to I think this is better for you. And so it, I respect that person. I actually went up to her and told her that, like, thank you, because you really enabled me to do that. You pushed me to do something I was not comfortable. And think about it that way, right? By saying no, you're not stopping. You may be creating a different path for them, which they may not have thought of.
Well, and can I just say along that line is I also do feel like people ask for your help because you may know how to do something, and but it's all figure outable. And the only reason I might know how to do it is because I try and I've done it. You know what I mean? But it's like people have to do the same thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Sometimes you have to.
teaching people to fish versus, catching the fish for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, do you want to practice it, Julianne?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Hey, Julianne, can you help me write my resume this week? I mean, I need to get a job and I got a resume and it really could use an extra set of eyes on it. Could you help me out with that this week?
I would love to. However, I am so booked over capacity. I have someone I can connect you to that can help you with that for hire. And if you want to circle back in a month, I'd be happy to look at it at that time. Maybe you work with her in the meantime.
That would be helpful. Thank you. Yes, I really would enjoy that. Yeah, how much she cost?
$200. If my friend Jerry sent her to me. Now we're just recycling stuff.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. How did that feel, Julianne?
No, I really I like the beginning. I wish I could, and then that I am literally at capacity. I would love to say yes, but I simply have to I'm falling behind on things and I have to get some things out. And so for the short term, I can't take anything on. How did it feel to hear it?
Good. As a recipient, I can understand people at capacity. I'm at capacity myself a lot of times. So I get it, right?
Yeah.
I get it.
And it doesn't make you a bad person, right? It's actually very empowering. So next time, if Jerry can't do something, he actually gets the permission to do the same. He doesn't have to. I think somewhere I used to always feel like if I say no, I'm going to be the bad person. No, people are not going to like me anymore. But I think I became more and more ineffective, right? Because I would just commit to so much and
Totally.
then I would not deliver. And that wasn't
Yeah.
somewhere you have to like just draw those boundaries for yourself. And no is a
Hmm.
boundary, right? It's
Hmm.
nothing but a boundary.
Well, and the other thing is, let's talk about quickly, because then there's the social stuff. Because when you get the invitation, it sounds like a great idea. Then when the day comes, it doesn't feel so motivating anymore to get out of the house, or you know what I'm saying? For all of this. So, and I feel badly flaking out, but sometimes it's just I can't get going. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can't. But it's like you wanna keep the option open. It's like you wanna say yes in case, but then you're not able to follow through. How bad is that?
Do you think we're all social creatures and that it's just easier saying yes because we want to socialize and do things for people and be with people versus maybe somebody that's not as social would be like, nope, not doing that. Nope, not going to go to that because it just doesn't bring them any joy.
And if you are not up for it that day, it's totally okay. Because guess what? People understand more than we
Yeah,
think. Like, I think
yeah.
Yeah.
somewhere we put ourselves at like, oh my God, if I don't show up, sometimes they don't even miss you. They're like, I didn't even realize you didn't come. Or I understand, right? I understand.
I think the thing is, Jerry, I don't think I haven't encountered a lot of people that will just say no. But I feel like there has to be a thing that says, let me get back to you. So that I want to stop the knee jerk yesing, yes, being a yes woman. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
like, give yourself a moment, consider it, let me get back to you. I need these like phrases available. I wish I could. Let me get back to you. I got to think about it. I got to look at my calendar. Right? Are all those things okay? And I got to look
Perfect.
at my calendar just because I tend to overbook.
Yeah,
That is
perfect.
perfect. You're actually committing to look and consider, right? You're not saying outright, no, I won't do it. Like you can say outright, no, I won't do it because it may not be something you want to do. But if it's a capacity issue, you can say, let me look at what I have in schedule and get back to you.
Oh, that's good. I think that's
Nice.
good. Yeah, I
All
think
right.
that's really
All right, guys, we're getting close to time. You guys want to all practice it? No.
no. Hell.
Not like that. Not like that. Yes. No is empowering. Accept it and know that it is okay to say no as long as you can,
It is okay to say no.
it is okay to say no. Julianne.
I'm going to text the lady from my class with the Apple class calendar and say,
There you go.
at least I'll follow up and close that loop so she's not waiting on me.
Because it's bothering
Drive
you.
home.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you're
well, because you want to help people, and I have the knowledge. I just don't have the time. It's just a
because
time issue. I
because
need
that's who
12
you
hours of
are.
sleep these days.
You like to help people, so it's very difficult for you to say no, but there is more than one way to help somebody, and it doesn't always have to be you to do the trading. And that can be
Totally.
applied to anyone, right? It's like,
Totally.
I'm sorry I can't do this, but here's my suggestion, and you've done your part.
But
I
maybe
love it.
also a thing is, let me find you an alternate resource. In 10 minutes, I could find them something. Maybe that will help bridge my guilt.
That's it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Awesome, you guys. Great conversation.
Thanks for the wisdom, elders. I mean,
Yeah.
friends.
Oh,
No, that is not true. We are not older than you. I'm just kidding.
No, my elder friends.
No is
all
no
right.
is
Let's
not a bad.
no is not a bad word. Until next
No,
time, you
it's not a bad
guys.
word.
No is
All
not a
right. Until next time, guys. It's always great to speak to you all.
Always fun to chat with y'all.
All
Take care.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.